The importance of the point-in-time count cannot be understated, with far-reaching funding implications and a dedicated HUD system performance measure. HMIS is an exhaustive record of people experiencing homelessness, but during the point in time, data from non-continuum of care agencies must be gathered as well. These agencies often encompass victim service providers, mission-funded shelters, and other locally funded providers. At the same time, we also conduct the unsheltered street count of people living in places not meant for human habitation. While HUD has provided standardized forms, they can be overwhelming and confusing for agencies that are not familiar with data collection. Over the years, we have tried to develop simpler versions of point-in-time and housing inventory forms, even specific forms for different project types. But this did not solve the overall issue of data quality, and it created new confusions about which form needed to be filled out. For street count surveys, forms were often not filled out completely. Forms would come back with less than the necessary minimum data, or with ambiguous household data. Regrettably, those forms had to be discarded and did not count towards the point in time. In the past, we have experienced serious issues gathering accurate data from non-HMIS agencies. We've attempted to alleviate these issues through training, but it's hard to convince agencies to attend a training for a form they fill out once a year. Outreach is difficult when frequent turnover occurs in agencies that are not regularly engaged with the continuum of care. Despite our best efforts, data quality issues persisted. Errors included agencies with funding for specific populations not reporting members of that population as present, demographic numbers that don't match their population totals, overutilized bed inventories. For the street count surveys, accurately capturing household compositions has been a particular challenge. ICA attempted many versions of manual form redesign before deciding to create an online point-in-time portal. Our goal was to create a tool with built-in data quality and to take the guesswork out of what is required for different project types and street count scenarios. To make the process easy for agencies and volunteers regardless of past experience with point-in-time counts. If along the way our jobs as HMIS administrators gets easier too, that's a bonus. Here it is, our point-in-time portal. First, we had to pick a platform. We tried them all and one stood out far above the rest in its ability to have real-time error checking. The portal was built on the most advanced available platform, able to support up to 10,000 simultaneous submissions across multiple types of devices and operating systems, all while securely storing the data. The Street Count Survey portal allows for data entry through any mobile device. It can capture GPS data for mapping and provide an option for secure signatures for interviewees. Street counts often use volunteers with little or no experience capturing data about homeless populations. Frequently, volunteers and even street count leaders will not have been through any training on the collection tools. In these situations, paper forms can seem overwhelming. We wanted a tool that was intuitive and could greatly simplify the training process. Now, volunteers can simply be trained to answer every question on the screen because they will only see the questions that fit their current scenario. The portal adjusts to the situation. Sleeping or combative people can be entered as observations, whereas in the past, we would have received almost entirely blank forms. Clicking the observation option reduces the question set to only observable characteristics, but does not allow for incomplete submissions. The volunteers on the street count night can conduct an interview using the form as a guide and capture the interview signature live. Entire supplemental forms appear in response to questions, like veteran status. The sheltered point in time solves a different set of data issues. It consists of two parts, point in time and the housing inventory count. For HMIS participating agencies, there is a report in the HMIS tool the agencies can run, review for accuracy, export from the HMIS system, and upload into the portal. Then the agency need only to enter their housing inventory. The portal will house those reports for review as well, eliminating the need to download and catalog all agency reports. For agencies that don't participate in the HMIS system, they will see the point in time, population, and demographic fields for aggregate data entry. We have had problems in the past where non-HMIS agencies don't understand that we need data separately for each project rather than the entire program, or tell us that they are confused about what specific elements they needed for each program type. Agencies and project names can be preloaded. Agencies can review their organization's list to make sure that it is up to date, then submit the housing and population for each project individually. If projects are new or have been discontinued, there are options to end projects or add new ones. For established projects, prior year's bed counts are preloaded for comparison to the current year's totals for review when entering the housing inventory. At last count, the sheltered portal checks over 50 unique data quality issues. On-screen errors let agencies know that their numbers are not consistent, or if the funding type selected requires some beds fit a specific category in the housing inventory. Warnings are also present in case data is questionable. Spaces will appear to enter an explanation in those situations, which may be required by HUD and HDX. No more guessing on the part of the COC or the HMIS leads. Explanations and instructions are included in all section headers, and pop-up messages appear on some fields where agencies frequently ask questions. For more complicated questions, embedded links can take agencies to additional material and supplemental trainings, such as instant access to information on bed types or population definitions. Upon completion, the agency sees the successful submission message with a link back to the beginning to enter other projects if they have any. For the sheltered count, the agencies also receive a confirmation email with all data that was submitted for their records and internal review. When the point-in-time period has passed, the portal outputs an Excel or CSV file for processing by the HMIS agency or COC lead before submitting into HDX. Using Access, ICA can provide a supplemental application to ease the process by formatting the output file similarly to the HDX entry screens, making entries fast and easy. The creation of these tools was a major undertaking on the part of ICA. The result is the highest level of confidence in the accuracy and robust quality of our point-in-time, street count, and housing inventory. Easy entry, good data, and confident provider submissions is not only possible, but is within your reach as well.